James is a mixed traffic engine who lives on the island of Sodor. He can be pretty nice, but he's often quite vain. He always likes to show off his paintwork to the other engines, but no one really takes notice. One day, Sir Topham Hatt had a special for James. James, there's an important goods train that needs to go to Vicarstown. A goods train, sir! A goods train! Unlike coaches, James hates pulling trucks. I know you don't like pulling trucks, but this is an important train, and you are an important engine. Fine, I'll take it. Excellent. You can collect the train from the harbor. And James went on his way to collect it. When he arrived at the harbor, he banged the trucks hard. Oh! Screamed the trucks. We want a proper engine, not a red. Don't we know it? Shouted James. The trucks were a bit worn out and their brakes were a bit faulty. The workmen knew that, but no one bothered to tell James and his crew. The guard blew his whistle, and James set off. At first, everything went okay. But as time passed, the truck's brakes would fall on. James got crosser and crosser. What is wrong with these brakes? Asked the driver. After a bumpy start, they set off again. On their way to Vicarstown, James realized that the brakes hadn't fallen for a while. He began to feel relieved, and chuffed happily through the countryside. But then there was trouble. As he was climbing up Gordon's Hill, the brakes had fallen again. James pulled so hard, he broke the brakes, and the coupling snapped. The truck started rolling down the hill. The driver looked back. Botheration! The truck's on a runaway! Hurry, James! We need to catch them before it's too late! Ugh, that's all I needed, groaned James, and he set off down the hill to catch up to the trucks. Meanwhile, the signalman had to change the point so both of them can get to the docks. But the trucks were on the same track, and with a loud clank, the trucks derailed. When James arrived, he saw the mess, and he was shocked. Are you okay, Boko? Yes, I am, thank you. I'm lucky that the points derailed the trucks in time. Indeed, sighed James with a relief. Edward was called to bring the breakdown train to clean up the mess. Sir Topham Hatt was on board. Cheer up, James. This accident wasn't your fault. It was these trucks. But we didn't do anything, cried the trucks. Sir Topham Hatt turned around. Then, who did? The workmen said that our brakes were old and worn out, and they needed repairs. What? Exclaimed the driver. They never told us that. Did they tell you anything, James? Asked the fireman. No, they didn't. Sir Topham Hatt turned red in the face and went to talk to the workmen. That night, the engines felt sorry for James. But they couldn't help but laugh either. All James could do was just ignore them and go sadly to sleep.